Well, hello, my friends, and welcome to my first ever live stream from the Evermoor SMP server. So probably a little bit of backstory is needed because you see shulker boxes, you see I'm in diamond armor, you see farms all around. So basically, here is the story, and I apologize for all of the background noise right now. My dog is on the struggle bus. She recently had surgery on her eye, and so she's wearing the cone of shame, and she's not happy about it. So she just gets a little restless when I start talking and streaming, so I do apologize if you hear that hustle and bustle in the background. But anyways, so, yes, backstory. Here I am on the Evermoor SMP server. I was invited by MegRae, the owner of the server, and basically this is a server that is full of content creators that are just looking to enjoy the game. Very low key. It's not a very super active server. There will be times where you'll see multiple online at the same time, but for the most part, let me go ahead. There we go. You can see I'm just the only one on right now. I think MegRae might actually be joining later. She typically streams on weekends, so there might be a chance that you see us on there together, but I doubt we'll be interacting because today, well, I'm going to be focusing on the early game grind. Like you saw in the description of this, I'm basically, not going to say day one of Minecraft, but, I'm within the first week. I have some of the more basic stuff. I got the farm set up. I have some sheep. And then I also, over here, have a couple cows that I literally just captured before starting the stream. You can see I've been collecting some spruce wood. I did hook up my Nether Portal to the roof of the Nether. So if we were to just zip on in here right quick, we will see that up on the roof of the Nether, and then you see a torch trail, and right there, that is where they started building with the new 1.18 generation, because this world, I believe, was created in 1.17. So I figured it seemed appropriate that since I joined the server during 1.18 that I build over in this section. So let me just go ahead and sleep, and then we will just go ahead and continue on with what we have going on for today. For starters, I got the cows, and I want to make a cow crusher right kind of back over where I have put them. So I guess let's just start with that. I should have almost everything I need on here. So let's just clear ourselves a little bit of space. And I don't want to be sitting there hearing them all the time. So that's why I decided to go back over here. So I think that'll be a good spot, and let's start with, oh, wow, I always forget that the shovel digs better in dirt rather than in grass. Slow, Instamine. That's because this is what, a efficiency 3, and I did get this from the end. Oh, well, I'm also thinking about it. So when I pull up the tab screen, you'll see the 2 that's right next to my name, and what that is the number of deaths. So I have died twice on the server already. And basically what happened is I got in the game. I was trying to get to the post-game Minecraft as quickly as possible. I wanted to get an Elytra. So I went ahead and went straight into the end and was looking for end cities and spent several hours out there kind of looking around for stuff. And I just couldn't find anything. And I started to get a little too, let's say, greedy with the Ender Pearl toss, and I ended up chucking it and hitting the side of an end island and falling to my death twice. So, a little bit of rage quit there, but yeah, so here we are, 2 deaths, and we are just kind of going to take it slow here in the beginning part of this game. So last thing I need to do is to put in the top of this cow crusher, and then our stairs. Boom. Okay. That's really about it. Now I just need to get some cows in here. I got the button on the back. Functions check. There we go. Perfect. Now we just need to get them into here. Put that in my offhand. I think I have their attention. F3B. Hitboxes. Come on in, guys. There's plenty of room. Don't be shy. No. Don't be shy. Okay. Come on, guys. Simple concept. You want to go inside of this very, very comfortable hole that I know you can fit in. I know your hitbox fits in here. So do the thing. Do you want some water to go into? There you go. Nice, soft and squishy. Wow, this is a struggle. I didn't think it would be this difficult to get cows into a box. I'll tell you what. Let's go like this. Now you think you can walk across it. Come on, guys. Stop pushing me around. I will not tolerate this from you. I'm getting pushed around by some cows. Okay, you are lined up pretty well. Come on, sir. Do the thing. I know you fit. Okay, this was supposed to take like the first 2 minutes of this live stream, not the entire time. Come on, guys. I am so not used to doing this live, so I do apologize if I get quiet from time to time. I typically make some, I think, pretty well put together videos, so this would be the part where I'm like, alright, let's do a jump cut, and I will get right back to you guys. But nope, we're doing this live. There we go. Alright. We have one. Join your buddy. There we go. Alright. So now we'll go ahead and put our stair at the top. Now, they shouldn't be able to get out when I push the water. Now from here, I should be able to just feed them, and I obviously need to get up to 24 cows. And then entity cramming will take over, and we will have lots of cows for steak and leather to make books. And the reason why I wanted to get that started right away is because I want to start on some villager trading, which behind these lanterns, once again, I did do a little bit of work prior to the stream. I gather up 2 villagers, and basically there is a village right over there, but there's a further one away, way over there. So I do believe the other server members, they stole the villagers from that one, because I think it's a ghost town. So if you just go a little further over, there's one over there, and I just brought them right up this little river and onto the shoreline. And those will be the 2 that will be my villager breeders, which I have already started right in here. And just did the basics. I'm not really going to do a tutorial. I mean, I have the basic idea of how it works. So I think this is going to be like a Logical Geek Boy inspired one. I'm not going to copy it verbatim, because I mean, it all basically works the same way. So we're not, I'm not trying to directly rip them off, but that's the one that I will always use. So if you guys are looking for a good tutorial or anything, that would be the one that I would recommend. That should be all we need. And then we just would be placing some beds over here. I think something like that. Should be 4 beds, 2 villagers, and then they will just drop down. Oh, I need to put that in a different spot. We want it right there. Now I'm trapped. Alright, so we'll let them drop down. And I didn't bring another water bucket. But basically, I just want them to go over here so they can grow up, and then I will create a minecart track system to get them up and out of there. And then I dug out this area right over here. This will be my makeshift villager trading hall until I can get my main base up and running. Which, another thing about this stream is, oh, I still got that on, let me fix that. Another thing about this series is, unlike my other content where it's just the regular episodes, I don't plan on using Lightmatica in here. I'm going to do my best to get back to my roots as far as a very, I'm not going to say organic builder, but a very unplanned, where I just kind of build based off of what I think looked good instead of building it up into creative, then Lightmatica, bringing it in, and very structured and methodical and planned out. This will just be quote unquote on the fly. So I have an idea for what I want to build up here, And I do have a couple inspiration images, but I'm just going to build it as I feel like it and as I have the materials, which we're trying to work on right now. So the next thing, these are going to drive me nuts, I can tell. Okay, so we got those in there. I need a bucket of water. That's what I'm doing. I need to go down to the river. Oh, that's right. I put it inside the dispenser, so I need more iron. And I'm gonna need to smelt some more up. But basically, there we go. And I need a crafting table. Forgive me, I am all over the place, but that's okay. It's a Saturday. How is everybody doing on this, for me, Saturday morning? I am in the Pacific time, and I guess now would be a great time to kind of talk about my schedule. So I want to try to stream on this server every Saturday. However, you know, life happens. I have a full-time job. I have a family. I have a daughter. So that may not always be the case. But I will try to do my best to maintain a regular schedule. And that'll be hopefully Saturdays at 10 Pacific time like we are right now. So now that we have that going on, the two villagers in there will breed, the baby will get to bed, run over here, fall down into the water channel, and then they'll go over here where they can hopefully grow up, and then, yeah, minecart track, bring them up in here somewhere, and then just have like a couple lines of librarians, maybe some farmers or weaponsmiths or something to get some gear and other helpful kind of beginning game stuff. I'm not going for the grand, you know, trading hall or anything like that right off the bat. That'll be more so in my main base once I get that started, which, like I said, is up on that hill. Okay, these gotta go. That's not gonna work for me. I have our cool little curtain over there. That'll work. So I think I need to put a composter in there, get the villagers in there, let one of them become a farmer. I should have some carrots already all stored up somewhere. There they are. That I can toss to them, give them a little head start on that. So, I guess I need to find the location of where this thing is. I can't imagine it's too far around here. I didn't think I dug. There we go. Okay, so there's the beds. So that means right around here. That should work. And then I think the easiest way to do this will just be to get a boat. Drop them in on the boat so that way they don't break the farmland and kind of mess all that up. So let's go ahead and dig our way back up. Oh, and it's getting dark and I can't get out. I can't. The boat. Actually. Boom. Little hack for you. Just jump in the boat. Oh, yeah. We're not going to be dealing with that nighttime right now. No, sir. No, ma'am. Not on my other series. Not today. I do have my clock on me. Alright. So we want to get them right down into here with the least amount of damage as possible. So if we were to just knock all this stuff out, and of course we can fix this train later. And then we want a 4x4 hole. Boom. Fill this back in. That should be good. Actually right here. How is everybody doing today? It looks like I got currently 2 people on there, so welcome, welcome. Let me know if everything is coming through here. I am not very used to streaming, so forgive me for any sort of hiccups or technical difficulties. I have a very, well, excuse me, my Wi-Fi has a nasty little habit of crashing on me, so hopefully we won't have any of that today. I was trying to do it on a weekend morning before everybody jumps on. So, let's go ahead and hit our hitboxes back. Oh, I need a composter. Turn him into a farmer so he can start gathering up some crops. Which I know I have one around here somewhere. It would have made sense to put it in there, but me being me, I have hidden it somewhere in all these shulker boxes. There it is. Perfect. Okay. So, we still got the hitboxes shown on here. So we want to come down one more. Let's see. And I should be able to... There we go. Now he can't jump on it. Yeah, we got light sources enough around. Let's go ahead. And he can't get out because of the trap door. Forgive me for just walking myself through this. So, boom. He's ready to go. And let's give him some carrots. Get him started. And hopefully he'll just start going around and working when the time is right. In the meantime, let's bring down villager number 2. And then we can say that that part is off and running. Get that out of the way. Boats on land. Concept that just doesn't make sense, but Minecraft. Oh, I do believe. Pardon me, dude. Thank you. That's a headache if I've ever seen one. There we go. Okay. Where are you going? You can't row boats on land, but I can. And nope, that's... Oh, come on, guys. There we go. Sweet. So now the villager breeder should be up and going. We shouldn't need to worry about the babies right away. I think he needs to build up some more carrots in his inventory before we got to worry about that. Just in case, we'll open that up, and then boom. That way the babies can't get out. So the next kind of stage will be to get a minecart track in place, and then I'm not really going to put in like a separator or anything like that. If it picks up a baby, that's fine. They'll grow up in the trading hall. I'm not in a hurry or anything like that, so let's go ahead and build ourselves up some tracks. And I don't have a fortune pick because, like I said, I had fully enchanted gear. Like, I was off to the races. I had everything right where I wanted it, minus an elytra. And then I fell into the void. So, yeah. So we'll just have to do this with a standard old pick. And then we'll just go from there. Hopefully we can get some good books or even an enchanting setup going on, because you see I have 28 levels. I did go and visit the Enderman Farm on the server, and that's how I got the levels I did to do the enchanting that I did. I went over to someone else's enchanter and did that just because I didn't want to die a lot and I wanted to try to get this series going. So let's go ahead and fill all this back in because I don't see any reason to have it here still. And then we can go ahead and work on the next stage. Where's my dirt? Make this all beautiful again. And almost there. There. You'd never even know. It's kind of like the rules of camping, which make it seem like you were never there. And that's exactly what we did. And if we had more time today, I'd love to set up a wool farm. I don't know if I have all of the materials. I did jump into the Nether last night and got myself some quartz. So that way we can make the observers. And then, let's see, you need dispensers for that. So that would be the hiccup here, because I don't think I have, yeah, I don't have enough string. I can make 3 bows there. So that would be the hiccup. I got one of those. I guess we could go mob hunting at night, but you know, PvP, it's not my strong suit. I'm a builder at heart, so. All right. Oh yeah, I was going to smelt this up so I can start working on some tracks. And I guess while this first little bit is smelting, we'll go ahead and break down some more. So thank you guys for tuning in to my stream. I do appreciate it. Like I said, it's not my strong suit to be sit here and constantly narrating to myself. And just as a forewarning, my wife is at work right now, so it's just myself and my daughter home right now. and there may be times where I need to pause the stream or something because my daughter has a life or death scenario of not knowing what to eat. So I might need to go and attend to that. So if that happens, guys, do forgive me. So it's, you know, parent life. Oh, let's go ahead and just break up some more. Hey, Power Nest. Oh, I should probably be paying attention to my chat here. Forgive me for butchering some names. I might just skip on a few of the pronunciations on these to save myself the embarrassment of not being able to pronunciate properly. So, welcome everybody. I'm sorry that you're gonna miss it. Hi, Rebecca. Thanks for tuning in. And you know, the little bell icon's always handy for trying to keep on top of the stream. Now that I've kind of talked about it, as long as I can keep to the schedule, it should be a lot easier for you guys. So we have 8 iron, so let's grab ourselves some sticks. That should be enough to make, what, 9 tracks? Let's see. Why? I thought tracks were just like this. Oh, boom, and tracks. There we go. So, I'm doing great today, Power Nest. How about yourself? Guess I could get rid of this little bit of ore. So 16 tracks, let's see where that gets us. And also, do not let me forget that for some reason I randomly get a zombie that just walks up here and attacks me. So I should probably, oh my. I thought I did a pretty good job of lighting up this upper part of the cave and far enough away that zombies shouldn't be able to track me. If they could pathfind all the way up here, I mean, I guess they deserve to attack me. But I need to put, like, you know what? Boom. Let's go right here, actually. And I messed that up. So by putting tracks down like that, they shouldn't be able to pathfind over them. And then let's do the same thing up here. And they shouldn't be able to pathfind through that because that is higher, so they won't be able to fit. Question mark. I guess we'll just have to find out about that. So here comes the part where the precision guesswork comes in, and that is, oh, look at that, we already got, we got a baby, and he's on the loose. I got a boat. Hey, my dude, how would you like to chill in this boat for a little bit? I know, right? No, sir. Where'd you go? Okay, you want to jump on the bed? Yeah. Oh, even better. There you go. Jump on back down. Thanks. Hope you enjoyed that ride. Alright, so basically, what I want to do is create a glass area to then make it so they don't take damage when they go through the blocks. So this could be the difficult part. Maybe if I just go like that, get rid of the water, he can't get up, boom, and then let's go ahead and do this one as well. And then from here, break the water, back up against the wall. So, just reading the comments, looks like Rebecca, yeah, thanks for enjoying my content. I try to be as entertaining as possible. So, yeah, thanks for being a fan, and that is the actual reason why I decided to stream on YouTube instead of Twitch, is because you have the ability to go back and rewatch. It might not be live, but then you could rewatch it and kind of still get to enjoy it like a full episode. So that was kind of my thought process behind that. So if anybody has any other like tips or anything that you think I should be aware of, go ahead, drop them down in the comments, and I will do my absolute best to stay on top of these comments. So we need another dispenser to dispense the, oh no sir, it is nighttime, not up in here. I need to put that clock on my hotbar. So there we go, and nope, not gonna have any more of those. Let's go ahead and clean up my inventory. Starting to get a little cluttered, and it's, I'm not gonna say it's stressing me out, but just feel I can work a little bit more efficiently with organization. Which you look at my chest monster, my shulker box monster, and you're probably thinking I'm out of my mind, but there is. Oh, not. Oh, sorry. Sorry about that. Okay, so there we go, and oh, sorry, I was making a dispenser. All right, so. Oh, Jack, gotcha. Oh, I'm sorry. I totally read that wrong. Your name is Jack. Okay, well, welcome, Jack. Thank you. All right, I need to pay a little bit more attention to my chat. I am multitasking, and that is not one of my strong suits. So, I need a bow. I have one in here in my super organized chest monster. Is there a way to be a member of the Evermoor SMP? It is a invite only, unfortunately. I do believe they might have an application process, but that is not a for sure answer that I have for you, Power Nest. So we have that. We need some cobblestone. Should need 7 of those. There we go, and then 1 redstone dust. I'm over here. I got this. I don't need the crafting recipe. That to make a dropper. Bow in there. We have a dispenser. And then a button, which is in the stone chest, because I'm organized. There we go. That was actually one challenge I was going to try to make for myself with the on this server. Was I was going to try not to use the crafting book and just really push push my thought process or my memory to try to wow. Try to make sure that I remember how to do all the crafting and just get back to, you know, the early Minecraft days. And Jack, yes, I was in the military with your dad. Now I know which Jack I'm talking to. All right, yes, sir. Now I know. Cool, man, cool. I'm so glad to have you here. All right. So that should be set up, and I believe I put that in the wrong spot. This needs to be right here. We need to move this whole thing back 1, which I dug out the hole in the right spot. But now we need to move the track, which I am now out of, naturally. There we go. Steal that. Perfect. And then stone there, track there. It should go up, and oh, they need to be in the corner, not there. Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and try it. Because I do believe they need to be right here in this corner, but the minecart's going right next to it, so it might work, but that won't. Oh, and that needs to be a power rail as well, because, you know, I have intelligence and I know these things. Oh, uncomfortable laughs all day. So let's go ahead and fix this up. There we go. Perfect. And then they'll just drop off right here. Okay. So, let's go ahead and prevent anybody else from falling in. This will also give them time to grow up. So, power rail, which we need gold. I think I have some gold laying around here. I have some gold ore. There it is. So we need, I do believe it's 6 of those. Hello, wandering trader. What a perfect time for a distraction. I can't buy anything that you have. Oh, I guess I do have 8 emeralds. You got anything I want? Glowstone is good. Acacia saplings. I don't believe I have any of those. And that would save me the effort of trying to find a savannah. So you know what? Let's do business, because I could use a distraction. Wow, those are expensive. Thanks for the 1. Now I have 3 left. You know what? Let's just spend it all. There we go. Nailed it. Nailed it. Okay. Distractions aside, let's go ahead and build some powered rails, which you should need a redstone. Do you need a stick also? Let's... I didn't grab enough gold. One more. So it should be like this, like that, and is it that way? Or did I get that wrong? Or is it a stick here? There it is. You only get 6 of those for what you craft that with, but you get 12 regular? Tell me how that math makes sense. That is so completely buffed. Or not buffed, sorry, nerfed. That's a ripoff. So let's see. Let's go ahead and knock out those 2. So now, if I were to make a button, which I already have the button, put it on top of said dispenser, should fire, power those long enough to shoot them up, and I hope that's enough momentum. Let's go ahead and do one more. I think that'll be powered long enough. That should be powered long enough to grab them. So now let's go ahead and build up a minecart and give it a try. So I only have 2 more iron. Boom. And then for that, it should be... I only want 1, not 10. Do you guys ever have that little problem where you shift click when you meant to only make 1, and next thing you know you have an inventory of like golden chest piece or something? Alright, perfect. That seemed to work. Fantastic. So now we have villager breeder set up. We have a cow crusher, which I can probably go and feed the cows again to try to get up to that 24 count of the entity cramming to start producing some beef and leather, so we can build some books to make lecterns. So let's go ahead and bring them up, and there we go. This should work. And back down with you, fine cows. I could go for a burger right about now. So, let's see here. And was there anything else for me? Or are you about to give me some leads out of the kindness of your heart? I think that's the case. There we go, and here we go. So now we got ourselves a couple leads, and look at that, even ahead, which I don't have inventory space for because I'm super organized. Go ahead and just add it to the super organized chest monster that I got going on. And we only need 1 boat. 1 boat. So from now, perfect. This breeder is running without a hitch. Now we can start to set up a villager trading hall. So let's think about the best way to approach this. I had learned that you can keep villagers from pathfinding. I do believe, was it Exuma or Impulse? They said that if you put a magma block in front of them and blocks all the way around, they won't be able to pathfind, and that will help reduce lag, which I'm always trying to be careful of my other server members to make sure that I'm not lagging out the world, since their bases are a little bit further west, so right over that mountain and over the path. So using the emeralds, Jack, is not really a huge problem because the ore, yes, is the rarest block, but you can actually sell all sorts of wheat and stuff with a farmer to get those emeralds back. So it won't take much for me to rebuild that stock. So that shouldn't be a problem, which, while we're at it and distracted, let's go ahead and do a round on our little bit of crop field right here and kind of bolster our stocks of the miscellaneous farming stuff. So let's just inventory dump all this. So I think that should be about everything. Put that back on the hotbar, and I guess we'll spend the last little bit of the day just collecting up all of my crops. The great harvest. of Evermoor SMP Stream 1. Hopefully we'll be streaming long enough today to do this several times. Wow, that was a very quick sunset. Gather this stuff up. We don't want any of those mean old mobs coming in and ruining my party here. So Jack, if you have a problem with villagers not wanting to trade with you, either you may have punched them or something like that. If you're playing on Java Edition, they should still be able to trade for you. They'll just raise their price. In which case, if you just wait, give them like a cooldown period, they should eventually reset their trade. So a little tip there. I don't think they ever block their trade from you. But then, of course, if you were to convert them into a zombified villager and then convert them back, they will reduce their price on their inventory. Which I don't know if we're going to go ahead and put in that modification to this villager trading hall. I might just build like a little micro carrots or potato farm, a villager powered one, just so I can get mass amounts of crops. So it's not really a problem if they overcharge, because I'll have so much inventory that it won't matter. So there we go. I'm just doing it in rows of 4. Doing wheat, carrots, and potatoes. Rows of 4, pretty evenly. Nothing too calculated. Let's embrace our inner Bob Ross and just, put some happy little crops right over here. I think that'd be a good spot for them. Okay. So there's all those potatoes. And now we'll back to wheat seeds. For those. Perfect. And then why not? Let's go ahead and keep it symmetrical. Let it follow the contours of the hill. You play on Nintendo Switch. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not super familiar with the Switch version of Minecraft. I mostly specialize in the Java edition, so maybe a quick Google search might help you with that scenario. But I can't imagine that they would have completely changed the algorithm or the coding for how the villagers trade from one device to another. Okay, back to potatoes. Finish it off with the bottom row here. Whatever these are. Kind of hard to tell them apart. Sure, good enough. So let's see actually what this farmer is trading in. Maybe we can lock him in to his trade if he'll come over here. Come here. I have stuff for you. I have the things with the stuff. I don't have a boat. He's busy. We'll come back to him. Alright, what was I doing? I guess I could just drop this stuff off for now. I'll just save it for once the trading hall is set up. This should be my agricultural chest. There we go. Perfect. Those are all regrown. I'm not going to worry about harvesting the berry bushes, but I will try to stay on top of the sugarcane. So at any time, if you guys see that this stuff's starting to look like it's all fully grown and I haven't already harvested, please be sure to drop something down in the comments to remind me. Because like I said, multitasking is not my strong suit, and I want to try to keep the sugarcane growing as much as possible without building any sort of like little macro farm. I believe they patched those out where you can't do the 0-tick farms in what, 1.16? It may have even been 1.14. So we won't worry about any of that. I'll just keep it growing naturally. Maybe down the road I will build like a flying machine sugarcane farm or something a little bit more industrial to fulfill our paper needs for when we do build a general mob farm to get more gunpowder, which I think I'll put it in the base of my mega base, or just regular base, I guess for now. It's not really a mega base, but basically kind of my vision for it, if we were to go on a little bit of an adventure while all this stuff kind of grows and the villager breeder starts running, is that I want to kind of, we have this very, very nice new build height limit with 1.18 of, what is it, 320 something, I think? I might be wrong. Feel free to correct me down in the comments. But I'm not going to build all the way up to the build height, because that might be a little bit absurd. But I just love this cliffside, so I'm thinking I might rework it into more of a stone, mossy cobblestone gradient. And then I want to kind of take inspiration from the Vale in Game of Thrones, where you have this palace that's just on top of this ginormous cliffside mountain. And that's kind of what I think I will use as the inspiration. So ascending up this very casual hill. Oh man, so much hopping. I'm curious to know what my jump statistics will be by the time I get up here. So yeah, and just this tiny little hilltop, and then I have more space as I need to go over there. And you can actually see the village that I borrowed these villagers from. So I can't really see it, but this back building right there actually has blocks blocking the door, and I try to trap as many as I can in there. And I actually snagged the 2 stragglers that were up on this upper part of the village. And those were the ones that I, like I said, relocated to my base to work efficiently and diligently for me, for free, for the rest of their lives. Yeah. Oh, what a very nice look at my humble starts. Maybe in a few months down the road, this will be a very nice long farmland field down in this valley with this epic base backdrop. And I was originally going to do like a big old bridge across to here that the path continues on to the other members' bases. But that'll be something I'll decide later, because I want to keep the forced perspective. And if I put this ginormous bridge on there, it'll kind of take away from the view of when you first approach the base, because you'll come up and you'll see this big old bridge that's going to kind of, I think, take away from the scale of what I am shooting for with this base. So we'll just go ahead and crack a few of our bones here on the way down. It's okay. Apparently eating heals all. I wish it was like that in real life. Oh, my feet hurt. Let's just eat a pork chop and everything's better. It sure would make my real life job go a whole lot more efficiently. Lunch breaks would take on a whole new value to me if they just healed all of my health issues. Alright, so look at that. He's grown up already. And I don't think I have books or anything. So let's go ahead, and I'm sure I have at least 8. Oh, books. Nailed it. Then I believe the other aspect of it should be the slabs. And I think is it like this? No. Is it this way? Okay. Is it full blocks down there then? I thought it was all based off of slabs. Let's go ahead and try it. This, that. Oh, no, that. Oh, I think it's like that. So we need more slabs. That. Book in the middle. No. Alright. For the sake of trying to keep things moving. Lectern. How close? Oh, man. I was upside down. Oh. Lame. Alright. Like that. No. There we go. Was that not the recipe? That is totally the less. Oh, it's a bookshelf. That's why. Oh. Okay. Yeah, so that's going to be a little bit. Actually, I have 3 books, so we can just make ourselves some more wood. Actually, get rid of that. I don't need this. I'm a pro. So, should be I need one more log. Oh man, awkward laughs. Lots of awkward laughing today. So, for that bookshelf. Now we can make our lectern. Beautiful. Okay, so Jack did confirm the new build height is 320. Fantastic. Oh, and there we go. MegRae has joined. Give her a quick little wave, and that'll probably be the extent of our interactions here. So there we go. Getting back to what I was talking about as far as the whole pathfinding, I don't have magma blocks or any of that at the moment, and I don't really want to brave a nether trip. So let's just go ahead and use the secondary method to minimize the villager pathfinding. That'll be to use carpets. Should be a double stack carpet. Will make them feel like they're floating, so that will prevent them from trying to pathfind. So let's see, what would be the easiest way to get them onto said carpet? Because I think the boat will be the best way to do this. How do we lay this out in an effective manner? That's not stone. I don't have stone in my inventory. Okay, I guess let's just start right here and go like that. Then double carpets. I guess one more triple carpet. Triple it up, it's not gonna hurt anything. And then I want the villagers to be able to talk and see each other, so that way I can get more discounts when they are doing their kind of midday kind of what's the right word I'm looking for, meetings, I suppose. So I like to, you know what, let's swap it out to spruce. What's your guys' favorite block? Mine personally is the dark oak. As far as like a building block, I do love the spruce trapdoors. So, there's that. Because I've heard people talking about how the dark oak trapdoors look like a Hershey's bar. I don't mind it. I still think it looks good. So if we put that at the upper shelf, they won't be able to jump because villagers can only jump one block. So by having that one block space like that, that will prevent them from jumping up, as well as having a block above them will stop. But once again, we need to take into consideration that this carpet is, what, an eighth of a block higher? So a 16th, excuse me, a 16th of a block. So they actually cannot fit in a 2-block gap. And also, I won't be able to get him onto there. So, let's think about the best way to do this. If I were to take the minecart track, roll him up onto here, and drop the track, I'll drop the minecart onto the track, that should work. Let's go ahead and wonder if he can reach that from here. Probably not. We'll worry about it once he's inside. No. Top. There we go. Perfect. There we go. So now he shouldn't be able to jump out. He has the double carpet, so he can't pathfind. So now let's go ahead and make some more minecart tracks to bring him on up and in. Which, now that I've placed that trapdoor on top of the lectern, we'll have to get rid of both of those to get the minecart track. You know what? Temporary blocks. That could be dirt. More iron. Did I probably just dumped it in the shulker box, didn't I? And there they are. And sticks. Another 16 sets of tracks or rails. Should do the trick. And then let's see here. So if we get rid of this, get rid of that. Get ourselves some. Actually, we want to back that up one. Turn him now. Turn him up and in. Now we don't want him to go back down there. So we'll do that. Perfect. No, get out of the block. There we go. Push them up. And then should fall right in. Perfect. Alright. Now let's go ahead. Put our lectern in there. Now when it's working time, he should take that position. Oh, this guy wants it. That's why. Well, that's an issue. So we'll break it. And then he can't jump out. Can't put dirt there. Alright, let's see what happens. F3B. Oop, not screenshot. F3B, not F2B. No, that's not what I wanted at all. Go back in there. Huh, thanks for cooperating. Perfect. So, let's see if we can get this guy to take a lectern. Yes, yep, that guy's gonna steal it. Can I block his line of sight? Will that help? Come on. There we go. Perfect. Okay. And that's absolutely garbage. Not even a singular book. Which I guess I should have held on to the emeralds to lock in their trades. So now I actually need to get some villagers, farmers, to then trade with. Jack loves the quartz bricks. Yes, that has a really nice texture. I may have to try to build with that in this series. Get some columns or something like that involved. Okay, so there we go. Let's go ahead and do our librarians, on that side, and then we'll do our farmers on this side. So, do I have any more stone? No, I do not. There we go. Took my clock off my hotbar. Couldn't see what time it was. So there we go. We can see MegRae. She's died 18 times, which is understandable because she's been on the server for like 2.5, 3 years. So to still have that low of a number, she is killing it. Let's keep on those. We need to make a composter, which I believe, if memory serves, should be done with slabs. So, do believe it's like this. Perfect. Now the next thing that we need is some stone to fill in that hole right behind there. Oh, time to feed the cows. Of course I am in my inventory. Put it back in there. And there we go. Come on up. Join the party, guys. Cool. So we're good there. I'm not going to worry about breeding the sheep quite yet. When we get closer to making the wool farm, then I'll worry about breeding them some more. But since I don't have the materials to make all those dispensers, we'll go ahead and hold out on that. So we have another villager in here, but my guess is that it's going to grab the baby just because that is my luck. But let's go ahead. Is our track all hooked up? It is all hooked up, and let's go ahead and break it like that. Then he'll stop right there. Grab the adult one. Nice! Alright, it's the simple wins in life. Perfect, and look at that. He made it up here right where I needed him to, and he claimed the bed. Silly villager thinking you'll get to sleep. Not on my watch. I mean, yeah, you'll get all of your union breaks and all of your benefits right off the bat. No 3-month grace period or anything like that. You, sir, are in the clear. So, put that there, and then we need some carpets. Which I am out of white wool. So I guess let's go and shear up some sheep. And I do believe, yeah, there they are. Now, it's kind of difficult to shear all these sheep. They kind of start to collide with each other like this, so I found that if you jump in here, it makes it a little easier. But then you get stuck and you can't get out. So always make sure you have some ender pearls with you, and then you can just, bloop, done. Little tip for you. Pro tips, because that's what I am. I am the proest at Minecraft. I can't even say that with a straight face. Alright, so there we go. We need to make some carpets. Yeah, let's just make lots of carpets. We're working on a villager trading hall, so 1, 2, 3, and then he'll drop right in. In you go. I mean, in. There we go. And come to think of it, we can help prevent the villager from going outside of that area if we just block all of the other areas for him to go, just like so. Now I just need to be able to access the hitbox, F3B once again. There you go. Another pro tip for you. It's been a long time since I've had to deal with villagers, so I forget the little things that make life easier, such as that. Luckily, this guy was super compliant, and then he didn't instantly run away and go jump down into the cave to where all of these very open and hospitable mobs are waiting for him. So that is still blocked off, which I do believe turns off the breeder because they can't pathfind to the bed. Oh, it's nighttime. Oh, not on my watch. Perfect. All right. Nice fresh day. I got a very lovely night's sleep. There we go. And he's trading carrots and wheat, which is perfect. I would prefer potatoes and carrots, but I will gladly take that. One more thing that we could do with this villager breeder is we could actually run a minecart track down below here. And once his inventory is full, he'll still continue to break the carrots, but then they'll just sit on the ground until they despawn. But if you put a minecart track below there with a hopper on it, it'll actually suck them up, and then you can just have a stop station to just make this like a super passive carrots farm. Which if we have a villager that's trading for carrots, it actually will help to keep our inventory up. So that's another future problem. I don't have enough gold for all the powered rails, because I like to fully power all of my farms down below to not even give it the opportunity to kind of stop mid-track or anything like that if I unload a chunk without remembering. So, let's see, we got one more villager baby down there. Why? You need to work. You need to work. Make me more babies. Don't worry about the beds. It's not nap time. It's little tiny villager making time. You guys know what to do. I know you guys know what to do. Alright. Enough with that. So we want to have another villager right here, and we'll reuse this trapdoor right next to him. I guess another reason why I like to put the trapdoors around here on top of the villagers being able to see and talk to each other is it also gives a better path for the experience to come out to me, because I'll just stand right here, trade with him, and then it gives somewhere for those orbs to go instead of getting trapped on the block. So when you have, you know, your full block workstations, they can get stuck and cost a lot of lag if they build up over time. But by doing this method, it gives them a nice easy path. I can trade with both villagers, and then the XP will easily get to me. So here we go with the triple carpet. And then apparently I don't have any more trapdoors on me. You know what? Let's just go ahead. Wow, look at that. I already have a crafting table on me because I'm on top of things, apparently. A couple more of those. And then we need to get some dirt. That. Boom. Don't have enough to make another lectern, so I guess I'll just put him in place for now. and then worry about making the lectern later. I want to avoid putting too many villagers in here, or else they will start to fight over and claim the workstation like what we saw going on over there. So I'm only going to put one more in today, or at least until I can get more lecterns and workstations. Or maybe I just won't make more, which, come to think of it, I need to actually get him locked into his trade, because I'll be sitting here breaking this to try to get it to the trades that I want. Where's that lectern? There we go. So I guess now this is the painful process of waiting for them to be... Oh, see, he claimed it, just like what I was talking about. Don't look at that. So break it. Then it's always nice. What I typically will do is I'll have 2 or 3 lecterns. I'll put them in my offhand, so that way I can just break and replace really quickly without having to try to find the lectern in between each cycle. See how much longer that would take as compared to just break, place. And that is how I do all of my librarians once I'm all set up for it. Frostwalker, that is probably one of the most useless enchants that I could need right now. Perfect for if you're building a gold farm and you're walking on all those magma blocks, which, in case you guys didn't know, will actually cancel out any sort of damage you receive from walking on magma blocks. So hopefully you guys learned something from that. I've built enough gold farms now that it's not worth the time to make all those potions of fire resistance. We can just make yourself a gold set of Frostwalker boots and then be done with it. As well as I don't have the pinky strength to hold down shift to be slowly creeping around all that, especially once the gas come into play. That's to be sneaking around like that is a bad idea. Luck of the C2, another one of those enchantments that is not really needed anymore. Does anybody still do like AFK fishers? I feel like villagers have been buffed up so much now that it just defeats the purpose of AFK fishers. Unless you're really out for a fish or something like that, I don't see a point. When I first started playing Minecraft again, this is, I don't know, 2016 is when I got back into it. I was all about the AFK fisher. To answer your question, Jack, the Sweeping Edge enchantment is something that you would put on your sword to where it allows you within, I think it's a 3-block line. It will actually make it to where you are attacking all 3 mobs at the same time instead of an individual slash on one mob. It'll make it so you can actually attack 3 at one time. So say you have a horde of zombies and you have a knockback 2 sword, it will help to create more space for you. Alright, this is getting pretty ridiculous. This might be something that I take care of off stream, because I don't really want to spend the next 2 or 3 hours breaking one singular lectern to get a book enchantment that I actually can't even afford right now. So let's go ahead and concentrate on getting... What should we concentrate on? I would love to try to get that trading hall set up, but like I said, I'm not spending all day on that. That's something that I will just take care of in between streams, and then I can just put on my headphones and kind of just zone out and concentrate on that. So I guess let's get ourselves a little bit of emeralds, I guess. Kind of showcase that feature here. If we were to come over to our farmer, you see he's holding an emerald in his hand. That means he's willing to do business. And then you can just shift click those carrots into his little box here, and then of course he'll give you emeralds for 22 carrots for 1 emerald. Hey Geek Squeak, good to have you. And now that you see this bar is all the way full, you should see some particles. Boom, just like that. That means he's leveled up, and now he's apprentice level and has unlocked 2 more trades. So I can get apples or pumpkin pies for 1 emerald, which is a pretty decent price. I'm just going to go ahead and take a guess and say that 1 mending book is going to cost me 20 emeralds. I know you can get it start off cheap at 9, I think is the cheapest you can get it. It's either 9 or 5, I believe, is the best discount that you can get for a naturally occurring villager trade. And then, of course, once you zombify and cure them, they will drop it down all the way down to 1 emerald per book. Oh, Backpack is here too. Well, welcome, Backpack. Welcome, everybody. Hope you all are enjoying your weekend and not having to be stuck at work. I used to work a weekend shift. This is years ago now. Wow, that's really dark down here. Kind of spooky. No mobs down here. Yeah, I used to work the weekend shift. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I worked 3 12-hour shifts. And although that only equated out to 36 hours of actual clock time, the company would round it up to an even 40, provided that you weren't late, more than 15 minutes late, or if you what was the other exception? But basically, yeah, they would just be like, all right, you worked 36, here's 40 hours worth of pay. And did that for 5 years straight. And man, that is a long shift. Spending 12 hours in one place on your feet all day really takes a toll. So do we want another villager? I don't even really want to place him right now. I think I'll leave him down there where he's safe. The villager breeder is currently turned off. So we don't need to worry about that. So to answer your question, Geek Week, about if I am playing on a new SMP, this is the Evermoor SMP, and it's going great right now. I mean, I'm on the struggle bus. I've died twice here, which that's what the tab bar is, and my videos that I will be putting out will be a lot of replay footages of my actual build. So once we get started on that base, I'll go ahead and turn on the replay mod to capture that from a third-person perspective and make it cool cinematic videos like what you guys typically see. And as far as just the daily grind and the behind the scenes, that's what will be taken care of on these streams. That way I can kind of chit-chat and hang out with you all and just kind of interact. Because that's what makes Minecraft just fun, especially when you're with other people on an SMP. Is just those kind of unplanned, unscripted interactions where you're just walking around in circles like I tend to find myself doing right now, and just talking and having a good time. Oh, look at that, she's sleeping. What an angel. Nailed it. Okay, perfect. So next course of action, what do you guys think? What should I do next? What is the next kind of beginning stage grind stuff that I need to get out of the way? Obviously, I need to be chopping a lot of trees, but that doesn't make good content. I do need to feed my cows. My cows are hungry. Let's run over there and get some more of those going. Turn on the water. Hello, wonderful cows. I have food for you. Now, is there a way... Oh, man, I keep pushing F2. Isn't there a way to read this debug screen to know how many entities are in here? I think it's only chunk base. I couldn't even begin to tell you. And it sounds like my daughter is in need of my assistance. So I'm going to go ahead and tend to her right quick. Let me just go ahead and lock myself into here. And let's see. I should have a torch in here. So I will be right back, guys. Here, stare at my face. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Alright, flip me back around. Perfect, okay. Her tablet, unfortunately, was not charging, so it died. So that's all taken care of, and I am back. What did I miss? Yes, I am enjoying myself. Ooh, gonna do a VR game night. That sounds fun. Oh, well, I just put myself out of breath walking upstairs. Getting old is not fun. Don't do it, guys. Just kidding, everybody gets old. Alright, so did we have any suggestions on what we should do next? Anybody? Should we do some adventuring? Do some caving? I'm not really well equipped for it, but I am willing to give that a shot. I'd love to stay in the general area to keep all of my crops growing up. So if there's something that we can do in the general area, I would prefer that. Wow, I'm out of breath. Let's see here. What other stuff could we use? I guess we can turn the villager breeder back on and just get ourselves an assortment of villagers down there. That way we got like 5 or 10 of them that are fully grown. That should make the process go a lot faster. Now what are you trying to claim? These are all taken. Can't work, dude. You're gonna hang out in there forever. Did I put the minecart back in here? Yes, I did. That's not doing me any good. Okay. Hey, look, an Enderman. What else do we got? What else do we need? I'm at a little bit of a loss of what to do right now. I'd love to go back in the end and try to pursue more of the elytra hunt, but I don't know if I'm ready for that. I don't know if I could take a loss like that again. So I guess let's go ahead and just plant some trees, get those growing up, get our first acacia saplings, get ourselves a few of those, some more jungle, like that. Let those work on growing up so we can harvest them. Go. I want to try to space these jungle saplings far enough apart to make sure that the leaves are not touching, because I want to try to maximize the potential for sapling drops. I'm not really too worried about all of the other trees. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, hopefully I'm not losing my stream here. Come on, internet, don't crash on me now. Get netherite. Ooh, that is a bold suggestion, Jack. I don't know if I am set up to go netherite mining. I could just go down into nether and do the strip mine method, but I don't know if I'm ready for some proper excavation of the nether. Oh, I don't have enough for that. So let's see. Jump it to singular spruce trees. Drop a few more of these around. Give these sheep some shade. Don't want them overheating. You know what? I think I'm gonna go to the end. Why not? Why not? Let's do it. Let's take some chances. So let's go ahead and get ourselves ready. probably need a lot more food. Pork chop, steak. Let's go ahead and cook all of this up. I know I could make a smoker, but we'll just... regular furnace is fine. That gives me more time to get my inventory all sorted. Should I use dirt to pillar? Let's get a trident. Another very bold suggestion. I think I did. Let's see. Let's check my statistics. Have I fought any drowns yet? Drowns are in the D's. C. I have not fought any drowns because it goes from C to E. So, no drowns. Totems of Undying. You're making me take some serious risks today, Jack, aren't you? The best way to get a Totem of Undying would be to make a raid farm, which I don't even know where the closest pillager outpost is. Otherwise, that would be actually a pretty easy thing to make. Because I would just use... whose design was that? It's the same one that I built on ZetaCraft. And it's a super simple. I think it's a Chapman design, if I remember correctly. Basically, you just flatten out a very large area. I think it's 128 blocks across. You put a villager in the middle, a drop shaft, and some water sources. And you trigger the raid. They all fall down in there, and you just slice them up. About as simple as does. It's not stacking or anything like that. It's completely manual, but it gets the job done. I have more totems than I actually know what to do with on ZetaCraft, so I like to randomly just crash into things and pop one next to people just for the sake of entertainment. Hey, look, another flint and steel. Let's go ahead and put that in here because I feel like these are pretty valuable. I have 2 shears. It is a Chapman design. Good to know. Okay. Alright. Should probably get myself a water bucket. I have never once nailed an MLG drop, so maybe we can do a quick couple practices while the potatoes are cooking up. So, start making baked potatoes. And let's get ourselves a bucket of water. Let's do some practice MLGs. Now we need to find ourselves a good spot from which to practice. Let's see here. How about right here? Okay. Well, that went well. That went exceptionally well. I'm I'm honestly a little surprised at myself for actually getting that. Well, almost. Let's go ahead and find somewhere without anything else around. This actually seems like a better spot, so there we go. Wow. Okay. One more time, and then we can say that I'm a pro at this. So let's see. And nice. Okay. Now the real question is, can I change my hotbar selection in time to get the water on there? So we'll give ourselves a little bit more time. And panic. Nailed it. Okay, we're ready for the end. Let's do it. Got that. Do not need those. Let's just toss those in there too. Don't really need lanterns. So the most essential things I always forget when I go to the end is you need to bring a crafting table. There's no way to make one in the end. There's no wood blocks or anything in any of the loot chests or anything. So remember to bring a crafting table and then some chests, because then you can make shulker boxes and actually stay out there longer. So grab yourself some chests, definitely ender pearls. I should have a few more of those around. Yeah, slow falling potion, I agree, would be a great choice. Unfortunately, I don't feel like battling phantoms or finding the nether fortress to get the blaze rods to make a brewing stand. But yeah, otherwise, yeah, 100% slow falling potions are the way to go. I need more arrows. I need a bow. That definitely makes fighting shulkers a lot easier once you're floating up in the center of one of those large areas to battle them out. So one bow, an extra stick, coarse fruit so I can just randomly teleport if need be. That was far. Sometimes that can actually save you a lot better than slow falling potion or an MLG. If you're really, really far up, what you can do is eat one of those while you're falling, and then it'll teleport you to the ground. You'll always land on the ground. So that's, I personally prefer the Ender Pearl trick, to where if you're falling, it gives you a little bit more buffer space than an MLG. So basically you can just do it like that, and if I were to get that right, it minimizes your damage. Instead of completely dying, I'd much rather take 2 hearts of damage than, you know, fall to my death somewhere in the end. So let's see, where's a good spot to do this? Here we go, like this, and then just like that. Because I don't believe I have feather falling on these boots. No, so I need all of the help that I can get. Sometimes if you throw an Ender Pearl like 10 blocks, something like that, all of the Endermen will stop attacking you. It works for me. Really? I will have to take that into consideration, because I personally don't prefer to wear a jack-o'-lantern when I'm in the end. I just kind of run it away like this, where I'm always looking at the ground, and I'll kind of pick a point and then look up and back down. Like I'll use a coarse plant or something. So unless they run across my line of sight, typically works for me. So I think the last thing we need is some arrows. Those are a rarity right now. I do need to make a Fletcher or something. Ooh, let's grab a boat too. That'll help to combat with Enderman. Let's see. I thought I had a few flint around here, but apparently I've made myself into a liar. There they are. I don't actually think I have any chicken feathers either, so all of that looking was for nothing, because I'm quite confident that I don't have any feathers. Should make myself a chicken cooker or something. Alright, so let's just go ahead and drop that off. Just grab ourselves one shulker box to carry all this stuff with. Empty out my nether goodies. So let's see, I think that's all we need for now. So we'll just have to remember to save that bow for absolute last resort. Let's see, what else? There's always something that I'm forgetting. A shield would be absolutely wonderful. Now that should be one of these, I believe, and then few wood. Should be like that. That in the middle. Perfect. One shield. Put that in our offhand. And then where's that empty shulker box? There it is. Pick it up over here. And kind of want to save the dirt for terraform, but I guess I can always get more later. Because I kind of what I do is I take, you know, as many supplies as I think I need, and then when it comes time for needing more bridging material, I will just gather up endstone. Hey Ricky, glad you could join. Let's see. Yeah, we got the blocks, got food. Oh, I need the baked potatoes. More food. I think that should get me for a while. Stuff to make more shulker boxes. Let's go ahead and ditch the non-essential tools, so if I do die again, I won't be losing too many of the essentials. There we go. That also opens up more on my hotbar for like the panic scroll wheel when you're falling and you just trying to get something. It will boost up the chance and probability of hitting the right one. So sword, pick, and they both have, that one does not have mending on it, so we need to keep an eye on that. It's got looting 3, which is nice. I thought I had another, okay, I just have a standard sword. Should I go ahead and make myself a diamond helmet? Why not? A little extra protection never hurt anybody. I could use all the help I can get. This is such a foreign concept for me to be fully decked out in diamond gear, excuse me, not a diamond ear. It might look like it right now, but no diamond ears on this guy. I'm not an elf. But yeah, typically on Zetacraft, I will run around in just an elytra and just kind of do that vibe. But here, yeah, we're not taking any chances. An ender test would be lovely, and I do have a silk touch pick, so maybe if I find an end city that has one, that'll help me out. Got a couple more of those. Alright, last chance. Is there anything else that I'm missing? Welcome, Respect Real Person. Welcome to the stream. We're getting ready to go end busting. Hopefully getting elytra. So we're going to go ahead and, like I said, that is the 1.18 village. And now it's a ways away to run back to the main area that were loaded when the server first started in 1.17 or 1.16, I believe. So we'll just kind of do a hop, skip, and jump. Do let me guys... let me know if this comes through a little darker. I don't think there's much I can do. I do believe, yeah, I play with my brightness on full. So if it starts to get pretty bad for you guys, let me know and I'll just jump back out of the end. Because I know typically when I release videos, the YouTube compression makes everything a little bit darker. So, yeah, I don't know how OBS will do that when it's transferring it to a live stream. But like I said, if it gets too bad, just let me know. I will gladly jump back out of the end or wherever I'm at and get into the light. So now we can start to see a little bit of portals emerging off in the distance. And I do believe that that is the community area, which I will swing by here. I want to show off all of the amazing builds that the other servers members have done, and just kind of for reference, the other members of the server are MegRae, then you have Cortezerino, then you have FabulouslyDani, you have BobertPickle, and then Lilith7. I do believe that's how you pronunciate it. Those are the current active members on the server. So yeah, I didn't want to bring it bed. So here's the community area. Here is the mega museum that MegRae is working on and has invited others to work on. You can see hermit crab. Oh, the museum. Perfect. That was convenient. And yeah, this is a mushroom island that they are transforming into this super organic area where you can kind of get supplies and other things. And nice spider in there. Love it. Like I said, amazing builders in here. I feel so honored that I was invited to play on here with them. And we have this like really cool fantasy where I feel like I've shrunk down in proportion, and I'm down here on the terrain and the grass in this beautiful flower garden with a few mushrooms. Just like I said, absolutely wonderful. I would highly invite you guys and recommend that you go and check out their channels and subscribe to them. They should be linked down in the description. I believe I got them all in there. So now let's jump back on here and focus on what we're trying to do, and that is to take 3 on getting an elytra and hopefully not add another death on our count. So we'll go ahead and follow this carpets. And then this will take us back to the main areas, to other people's portals, and then we'll be looking for the one that takes us to the end. So for reference, this one right here that you see is kind of like a stone sword. That is Cortezerino's. This is MegRae's Axolotl Kingdom. Over there is MegRae's big base. And then I don't see the... Oh, man, I need to go ahead and quiet my phone. I apologize for that, guys. There we go. Not going to be having that. So all of the other carpets will lead onto them. But we are focusing on that one right there. That's what we want to go to. I'm not going to lie, the first time that I jumped into the end, there was a little bit of hesitation. I felt like I wasn't supposed to be here since in Zetacraft, which obviously I play on a lot, I challenged myself not to go into the end. Not even to enter that dimension. So the first time I jumped through the portal, I was like, wait a minute, I'm not supposed to be here. This is wrong. Everything's wrong. And then I kind of recollected myself. I'm like, wait. No, it's okay now. Which, by the way, when Season 2 does come, yeah, I won't be taking that challenge. Probably the end will be the first place I go. So here's the end spawn. And then right down over there, we can see an Enderman Farm, an Ender. Man, I love this little transformation here. Something so simple, because you can't mess with this obsidian square right here. Was this 5x5? And I think it's 5x5x3. You can't build in because it will erase anything in that area. So they took that into consideration. I don't know who built this. I would guess MegRae, but I could be wrong. And they have already gone through and beat the Ender Dragon to unlock all of the portals. So the last one I died in was this one right over here with the end stone. I jumped up on that one. So I guess let's go ahead and give this next one a try. So let's get ourselves some building blocks because I don't trust my Ender Pearl throwing abilities anymore. Typically I would just huck an Ender Pearl right at it. But knowing me, I would hit it and fall right into the void. So here we go. I can make that one. That's no problem. You want to try to get it to where you hit the bedrock. Okay. And here we are. There's always that sheer moment of terror when you first go through and this is all you see. You're like, am I falling? Am I not falling? Which, by the way, that little kind of pixel over there, that's just from my Lightmatica menu, I guess. I don't know of a way to turn it off, so typically I just minimalize it down to one block. So if you see that off in the distance, that's actually a really easy way for me to reference where 0, 0 is. So there's going to be a lot of bridging today. At a very precarious positioning of my player. See, I would typically go ahead and chance that Ender Pearl throw, but there's a lot of Endermen, and there are quite a few of the coarse plants, and last thing I want to do is tag a branch when it's leaning over the void. Okay. So I also know that if you miss a throw with an Ender Pearl and it goes down into the void, it won't teleport you down to there because it needs to actually collide with an object in order to teleport you. So it's better to hit nothing with an Ender Pearl than to hit a block near the edge. Alright, now we are on our way. So how's this coming through on the stream? Is it dark or anything like that? Like I said, my settings are at maximum brightness, so there's not much more I could do to it other than to like install a mod that makes it almost daylight all the time, which I think is a little cheaty in my opinion. It kind of takes away that immersive feel. Like even playing with the settings at the brightest like I do might be a little bit cheaty, but like I said, I do it strictly for the YouTube compression. Otherwise, I'm okay with it being a little darker on screen. Which, one thing, kind of getting a little sidetracked here as we're venturing out into the end, the barren wasteland of that which is the end, is the 1.19 and the Warden. So they were featuring that when he does spawn in, how you get that kind of like pulsating darkness, like the blindness effect. I'm interested to see how other content creators combat that, just based off of how dark it actually makes the game. So it'll probably look good, but from a content creator standpoint, it can be a little bit of a headache. which I'm sure, once again, a very creative community, and somebody will find a fix or some sort of way to get through it. Wow, this is extremely barren out here. Oh man, I can make that throw. That's no problem. Perfect. See, once again, guys, if you start to see me getting a little confident with these ender pearl throws, please scream at me in the the comments. I really don't want to lose everything again. Starting from scratch for the third time can be a bit infuriating. And I'd love to keep this stream going for a while, so if I just go ahead and yeet myself into the void right off the bat, that might lessen my motivation to continue streaming. Because at the end of the day, I have nobody to blame but myself. So for now, let's just stay on foot. And even if I do get an elytra, I don't have any rockets, so the best I can do is glide. That'll be like a worst case scenario to buy time if I fall into the void to try to, eat a coarse fruit or ender pearl myself back onto land. It's about the best I got for now, but I'll take what I can get, excuse me. So I want to get over there, and the first time I died, what I did is I took a chance and I thought I could ender pearl myself onto that little island, and I hit the side of it. So we will not be making that mistake again. Got lots of dirt. And off we go. Give my pinky a bit of an exercise today. Maybe if I hold my breath, that'll suspend me in the air a little better. Kind of like that whole mindset of going through a tunnel, how you're supposed to hold your breath and push up on the ceiling to hold the tunnel up. It's like that. And safe. Once again, I could probably make that, but yeah, I don't feel like dying today. Not really something I'm too fond of. Just get myself a little bit closer to guarantee that throw. Just like that. So if you eat the ender pearl, look down at the ground. And you don't have to worry about looking at an ender bin as soon as you land. Little pro tip for you. Plus then it'll take away a little bit of the suspense on if it's going to miss or not. It's going to make it or it's not. And just watching it fly does not help. Alright, so what direction are we heading right now? We're heading south, more positive in that direction. I think that's a good way to go. Alright, Ricky, thanks for joining. Thanks for hanging out. I'm sure you have more epic projects that you have to take care of today. Just for reference, if you guys have not seen Ricky CFT's channel, be sure to go and check him out. He has a absolutely ginormous epic build in progress right now that you guys will have to go and check out for yourselves when he releases it. Okay. Just kind of chug along. You know what? Let's go ahead. I don't normally play with music on. So let's go ahead and get that wonderful, eerie end music. We'll kind of vibe out to the end. Just give us a little bit of background noise. Save me the hassle of trying to find some copyright-free music or something to play in the streams. Well, there we go. There's an end gateway back to spawn. So there's our exit. I doubt I will remember where that's at, and I'm sure I will find another one by the time I'm ready to go home. Are there two right next to each other? There are three. Look at that. How often do you guys see that? We got an end portal gateway right there, there, and then there. Wow. I don't feel like they should spawn that closely together. Or is it just the universe giving me a sign telling me that I need to get out of the end? Hopefully that's not what it's supposed to be, because I would really like to get an elytra today. That's something that I would love to get on stream with you guys, to finally take to the skies and really truly enter the end game. Because yes, you can beat the Ender Dragon, but the moment that you get shulker boxes and elytra, I feel like that's when the real game begins. That's when you can start to build those epic projects and you have truly unlocked all of the dimensions. Oh, come on. Show me an end city. And unfortunately, I can't do the typical thing when you're in the end in single player, and that is to bump out your render distance. Let's see. I don't even know where it's at anymore. Is it video settings? Yeah. You can bump out your render distance to make it easier to load in end cities, because you'll obviously have more chunks loaded at a time, because the server only loads a certain amount at a time. And that is whatever they have designated. Typically, I think the general rule of thumb is 14 chunks. That's to not tax too much of the server. Oh, so kind of reading the chat. I don't know if you guys can see it on screen. I thought that when I clicked on it, it should have had it set up to where you guys can see it. I thought that was how I configured the stream. So let me know, guys, can you see the chat on my screen? Because I have the spot designated for it, and I thought it was showing it, but maybe because it's not on my actual screen right now, it's not being captured. So the shulker boxes that I have right now, I gathered those because I said this is the third time that I've now entered the end. The first two times I found end cities and all that, I just didn't find a ship that has an elytra on it. So I have been through the end exploring for hours and collecting shulkers, just no elytra. Because I think I found 3 or 4 ships that had already been raided, and they did go through and reset a lot of the end chunks. So a lot of these were reloaded, but then they immediately afterwards they did like a group stream of end busting. So all the ones that I visited, they had been to also. But the end cities that I did find that hadn't been visited only had shulkers and no ships. Ooh, bring a spyglass next time. That is a great idea. Nope, not taking that chance. Yeah, that would be an easier way. I just kind of... I do the same thing when I'm looking for sunken ships, is I will just kind of keep my peripheral vision locked into the edge. So I obviously can't move my cursor, but if I were to pause, I would always kind of be watching on this part of my screen and right here to just look for those these endstone bricks. That is like the biggest indicator, or the purpur, that that's my indication that there is an end city nearby. Oh, look, there's a ship right there. Fingers crossed that it has not been raided already. Come on, I'm crossing my fingers as much as it scares me to do that. I've got one hand on the keyboard and the other one's crossed right now. So I think the biggest indication would be if there's a dragon head on the ship, which I'm not seeing one on it. Oh, I think this one's already been busted because there should be a dragon head right there. Oh, guys. I think that this one's a bust. Alright, next to an end gateway. That's a tiny little entity. Talk about minimum requirements for having a ship. And yeet. Are there even any shulkers on this one? I do not hear anything. Where is the entrance? Oh, okay. Well, we at least got shulkers. Not a complete bust, because at least if I can get one more shulker box, it's still a win for me. Learn how to speed bridge. I don't even know what that is. What is speed bridging? Is that when you're walking on a diagonal or something like that? Because for me, I'd prefer to go for more of the cautious, wow, I can't talk. I prefer to use more caution when I'm over the void. Don't try to take too many chances. So speed bridging might not be for me. Okay, so we got one shulker shell. We are on a roll. One away. One thing that you guys will probably see me do a lot when I'm end busting is you'll see me knock down these end rods like this. And I do that on purpose. I kind of developed a technique in my single player world. Is what I will do is when I get to an end city, I'll go down to the very bottom floor, typically when it's completely raided. I'll go down right in the middle and I will write down the coordinates in a book that I keep with me in like an ender chest or something like that that has the locations, and then I will also take out all of the end rods. And then my reasoning behind doing that is so that I will know at a glance if I've already raided that end city. Because obviously it will be non-illuminated. And then I will also have the coordinates written down so I can kind of look at them as a whole and know which directions I've already visited. So I've already been to positive, positive, negative, positive. It kind of tells me which directions I have been to, so I know which ways to try to pursue next. I like that little toss there. Ooh, that sounds like some pretty sketch and speed bridging, building on a horse while sprinting. That just sounds like me asking my game to lag out and all of a sudden have me fall into the void. Alright, so we got one more guy. Right here. Hello! Taste sword. Oh, we got two. Oh, man. That's my first go-to, is I typically will try to just toss an ender pearl somewhere where I can't float up anymore. That way I'm not really losing too much of my progress on where I was at. Oh, I have a shield on me. Why don't I use my shield? Or I can just eat instead. That's cool too. Sounds like somebody's outside using a skill saw. I guess it is the time of year to start your projects. Perfect. Ooh, and there is a shulker shell, so let's not forget that. Let's just jump up on the roof right quick. Grab these last few. And then we got those ones down there. Got our shulker shell on the ground. Do believe that's everything for this end city, which was a bust. So I thought I remember hearing it at some point or reading, I think it was covered in somebody's video, but they were stating that the probability of end cities being lined up are actually pretty common. So typically they will generate somewhere in the cardinal directions of one another. So you can pick, you know, north, south, east, or west and travel directly in that way, and there is a probability that you will find another end city. So I see you up there, and I want your boxes. I need your homes. I need your shell. Do I have... Well, let's start with the end stone. I'm sure he'll end up hitting me with one of his little bullets, and I'll just end up floating, so I guess we just got to get close enough for him to boop us. I think when we get into the ship, I might take myself a little sip of water. I can feel my throat getting a little bit dry. Typically, I'm not used to this constant narration. So let's line ourselves up with the pole. Perfect. That was a pro move right there. Now we just gotta do a little dance move. There we go. Duck and weave. Duck and weave. Critical hits. Nailed it. Look at that. Alright, so no... Oh, there is a dragon head up here. Guys. Oh! Ah! 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 No! Oh, no! Oh, hysterical laughter! Oh, no! Oh, my gosh! Oh, that is lame. Oh, guys. Oh. Oh, man. Oh. Well, there's no point in trying to get our stuff back. However, the venture to try to at least get that Elytra is still real. So, guess I'll just go with the bare essentials, I suppose. And we know the general... Oh, man, I should have wrote down those coordinates. Should have wrote them down. Shame on me. I need food. Oh, man. Every single death so far. Thanks to the end. Now you guys are starting to understand why I don't go to the end. It's not for me. Not for me. But there was a dragon skull in there, so I am confident that there's got to be an Elytra on there. Alright. Water in hand. Back to the end portal. Oh, man. I thought I had that Ender Pearl throw too. Let's see, what else could I have done? I guess I should have gone for the coarse fruit. Obviously, the bucket of water wasn't going to help me. Yep. I got too excited. Just barely missed that block. Leave it to the end to always knock you back down a notch. Keep you humble. There's a lesson to be learned here, and I think it's that slow is smooth and smooth is fast. Yeah, I think I should be able to follow my bridging. I know it's dirt. Yeah, so watch. Wait, I'll spend all this time to go back to that end city and there's not an Elytra in there. I mean, well, I guess I wouldn't even know what to do from there. I don't really have enough supplies to do a whole lot of end busting. So, let's just go ahead and take this one step at a time. We'll go back to the scene of the crime, and hopefully there will be an Elytra in there. And I think that if we get that Elytra, we'll go ahead and jump back out of the end, because that's really all I needed. I don't need more shulker boxes at the moment. I have enough chests and all that I could empty out the ones I have, and then just utilize those for transporting goods and equipment. And even so, I don't have the support to fly around with it, or the books. So I think if we can just get the Elytra, we will zip back out of the end dimension, and then we'll refocus on trying to get that pregame grind back on. So yeah, just like you're saying, Respect, there's a reason I don't play hardcore. It would be the shortest series ever. Like, I'd be happy to make it through one episode. Between my lack of PvP skills and just the general amounts of risks that I take, just would make it for a very short series. And thank you. It's at the end of the day, this is the game, so you gotta take everything with a grain of salt. The show must go on. Because if I were to just, stop every time, I died, I would never play Minecraft again. And it's literally my favorite game of all time. You just gotta get back up and keep going. Right. Right back at it. Excuse me. Probably making a mess of the end right now. With all my new bridging. Okay, here we go. Take number 2. I know the general course that I took, and it was kind of this way, whatever this is. I'm not going to look right now. Go ahead and give that one a toss. There we are. And I should have been heading this way. Hardest part about Minecraft is always trying to retrace your steps when you're trying to find your stuff. Especially when you know you're on that 5-minute countdown timer of loaded chunks. Like, I've had times where I died to a shulker or something like that, or I fell, and I know my stuff was splattered all over in End Island. I didn't have coordinates, but I knew the general idea of where I was, so it was a matter of trying to race as quickly as possible back to where I was. Now, did I go to that island or to this one? I thought I went to that one. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. I don't have a bow. Is there any low-hanging... Oh, almost looked at an Enderman there. Is there any low-hanging coarse fruit I can get? Oh, that's a flower. That's right. Coarse fruit comes from that. Perfect. Alright, guys. Did I go that way? Or that way? I'm really feeling the left. That's my gut feelings that I went left. Let's continue on this. Maybe I just kept jumping this way. I typically will follow the land masses as far as I can go before I decide to bridge. So let's see if this goes anywhere. Maybe I'll see some more bridging down here. I'm sitting there talking so much I wasn't paying attention to what or where I was going. If I don't see any bridging down over here, this doesn't look familiar. I think I went to that left island. Maybe those islands will connect enough that I can see any sort of bridging. Oh, man, that is a long throw. I don't think I would have taken that chance. Oh, put the coarse fruit in my hotbar. Wise advice, chat. Wise advice. Thank you. No, neither of those look like something I would have thrown. Oh wait, no. I dug up through an area. Did I toss it? I know I dug up. So I thought I threw it down there. I mean, at this point, if I die, I'm not really losing too much. So, yeah, let's send it. Well, that didn't hit anything, so that was out of my throw range. So we know he didn't go that way. Go back. Like, go back to where I came from? So I could easily hopped up that. Okay, so, respect. Which way did I go? I'll go ahead and pull up my coordinates here. Was I going east? Or did I go south? I thought I said I was going south.